Hey everyone, this is the LEGO Speed Champions Porsche 919 Hybrid. It's a bit of a bittersweet tribute to a recently terminated racing program, but an absolute shrine, no, a temple to the progress that LEGO design has made in a short period of time with the help of experience and practice and new parts. And I say that because of this. The last Speed Champions Porsche 919. Now granted, these did not represent the same exact vehicle. This represented the first generation when they first came out with this car in 2014, and this represents a 2017 car. They don't have the same bodies, they don't have the same aerodynamics. However, they do look close enough in real life. They don't look this different, nowhere near. This does not look like what it represents. This looks like what it represents. This shows dramatic progress, a huge improvement in LEGO's capabilities between these two generations here. I almost can't say it's even close when you really get down to the nitty-gritty. And a lot of it comes from the fact that they do have some new pieces available now. And some of it does come from the fact that, again, they've just gotten more experience and more practice building these things at this scale with this unique size and shape, with the 6-stud wide, rather long, kind of narrow and also somewhat tall proportions of these cars in general relative to the things they actually represent. But this looks great to me. This does use the newer style of the fender pieces, the newer style that has the curved under ends at the front and the back for each. That just allows them to make things look a little bit more sleek in that space, a little less boxed in. I think maybe they could have used the older style at the back. I'm sure that they tried it and made the decision to go with this. I think that one of the major things that really helps with the design here is the use of these interesting road sign pieces. They're actually clipped on to the side there. That's just really great part usage. They've got the corner cut 1x2 by 2/3 slope piece used right there. A lot of studs on the side, of course, and studs upside down even. Construction. These are brackets on the front that are facing with the studs underneath, and they didn't put tiles under there because there's not enough space. It would have made the whole thing kind of scrape. You wouldn't be able to play with it very well. This is it's just a great looking little thing for a LEGO set that is not a mock, that is not at all fragile, doesn't use any illegal building techniques. It doesn't fall apart when you grab it. The wheels turn, it's playable. It's easy to put together by just following the instructions. I mean, they have some tricky techniques in there, but it's all easy to replicate, even if you're not an advanced builder. I also really like the shaping from above. They got this streamlining down pretty well, given normal LEGO pieces. Not even any really special pieces used there, but it looks great. I love this thing. Might be my new favorite LMP car that they've made. The 917 is still something that I really like, but this is definitely up there. To get inside, you do need to retract the air inlet. That's a major hassle having to turn that up, but then, being facetious of course, but then you get in here. They've once again used the doors facing backwards, the standard car doors facing backwards. Gets a little bit of texture with just the door handle there. I don't know why they did this instead of using the 1x3 panels now that those are available, but maybe have they not made the 1x3 panels in white yet? Not sure. I like this technique. Gives room for the hands or the arms of the figure to fit in there. A little bit open on the underside, but put a figure in there and that gets covered up with their legs, and you do get a printed console at the front and a steering wheel, which is at a more reasonable level than on most of these cars. Look at that difference though They're essentially the same size, the models, and again, they're not supposed to be the exact same vehicle, but pretty close. Look at how much lower the nose is alone and the splitter. At least the rear views are more similar, and the wing stays did need to be designed differently, but what this shows most clearly to me is the difference in how the canopy sections are smoothed off behind them. Here's the driver figure, and I think he looks good. Good print for the torso, and a fine choice of face. It doesn't really bother me that they didn't print the hip or leg pieces. You get print around the back of the torso, no alternate face on that, and a fairly straightforward, fairly plain main face. But, you know, this isn't fantastic. I just think it's good. It's more than good enough. And here's the alternate design of wheel hub inserts, which are also in black, like the standard ones. Lastly, the side build is really simple. Just a handful of pieces there, but I think it's pretty cool and actually useful for something. They also do include that laptop piece with the exclusive sticker that just comes on the same sticker sheet as the rest of the car, and that can be looked at as either a design study or some readout of some telemetry from the vehicle. This is excellent. It's so difficult to capture all of the major elements of the design of a vehicle or any object that's this complex in its structure in such a small scale. And the Lego designer here has done it in a package that anyone can just go out and buy and just build by just following instructions, and it'll hold itself together. You know, current pieces, legal building techniques, it's much more difficult than most people will ever understand. So this is a real triumph, if you ask me, above and beyond the norm for Lego quality. Honestly, this photo here does not do good justice to the model. That photo almost looks more like one of the late model Audis. I think most press photos of the 919 2017 spec will show you better. Most other photos will show you better just how good of a model this is. And yeah, it has the most important aspects captured to a degree that you can just say, okay, I'm going to show you a car, tell me what car it is. What car was that? And if you're a car person, if you're a fan of endurance racing, you will recognize it just that quickly. They've done that well, and that's no easy task. Anyway, I'm going to stop gushing about this thing. Obviously, I love it quite a lot. Look forward to more from the Speed Champions line in the future as they continue to somehow improve. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.